I'm the scat man. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo, do, do, ba, 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 dee, ba, 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 do. Ba, 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 do. Wee, ba, 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 do.
Hey, it's
What's
Friday.
What's up?
It's Friday. Welcome to NHL Puck Props presented by Bet99. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo coming. I'd look at it, it's like, did you say my name wrong? Yeah, I did. Every time I spell your name, I had to search. I searched in the chat GPT today. Has Carlo I could have just texted you. Has Carlo Colaiacovo played in a global series game?
I have actually.
Came back no.
What?
Oh yeah. And then I spell your name and I'm like, yeah, that's how you say it every time.
No, I have. In 2010, I believe it was 2010, I started the season in the global series playing for St. Louis against the Detroit Red Wings in the Globin Arena, which is now known as the Avicii Arena.
Oh, yes. Where they play.
Yeah.
They played the majority of those ones there.
And we won both games. I remember we beat Detroit back-to-back to open up the season 2-0. And I remember on the plane ride home, a lot of people were praising us, right? And we don't leave right after the game. We leave the next day, and then you don't play for another couple days before you get to dive right into the NHL season. On the plane ride home, I remember everybody was talking about, man, this is going to be a great season. Like, 2-0 on the road, or opening up in Sweden, beating the Detroit Red Wings. Like, things are going to be good. Coach got fired midway through the season. We missed the playoffs.
Oh, wow. Lovely.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
But what do you remember? What do you remember about that game? Like adapting, like a difference between opening the season there versus the middle of the season.
I would way rather prefer to open the season there because you can deal with all of the other challenges that come with it. Food that you're eating, time change, big ice, whatever. You deal with that in the beginning.
Did you guys play on big ice?
Yeah, it's Olympic ice there.
No, but now it's NHL size.
The Globin Arena is NHL size?
The Avicii Arena, they've changed.
Oh, so you're right. They did do a whole new renovation in there, so they might have.
But they have Olympic ice, but they'll change it for the NHL Global Series. Yeah, they will.
So they might have done that with the renovations that they because the whole stadium used to be red seats, and now I noticed the other day there's all black seats in there. So they might have done when they did that whole renovation, they might have created a what do you call it? A conversion of the ice rink.
Yeah. So if anyone's wondering, the Olympic ice surface, I believe, is 15 feet shorter and 20 feet wider or something like that.
Yeah.
So more high event plays, but.
Yeah, and in the middle of the season, like it's you do enough travel within your own like league that you don't really want to start traveling cross country in the middle of the season. I mean, I did it a couple times when I played in Germany, like when we'd have good stretches, like fly home for a couple days. It's tough putting your body through that, let alone the schedule, just your body through the.
What about football players? Like that's even worse. Atlanta was in Berlin last week, and now they're at home this week.
But that's different because for football, you're going in, you're playing one game, and then you're leaving, and you got a whole week to prepare for your next one, right?
Oh yeah,
it's only one game a week you're really playing, so yeah, it's never easy. No. But you find a way.
Nick Porto bringing up a good point. We're on a hell of a streak betting on guys for assists getting goals.
Yeah,
it's really frustrating.
So I think this is the plan moving forward. If we're going to like a guy for assists, you're going to bet him to score too. And you'll make money if at least
that seems
he
aggressive.
Does one. Huh?
Seems aggressive, no?
Well, what if he has a goal and assist? You win both. If you're betting it 2-1, you're guaranteeing yourself money. Are you not?
Yeah, then just take a point.
Well, can you do that?
I know, but like I'm pissed at like when there's like their high end guys like Pop Colsing that was probably like 145 for a point, where I could have just gotten the point. But both of those guys getting a goal on the plus 800 double assist play, boo.
Yeah, big time. Big time.
Okay. Before we get to that, Leafs land burning up again. I did feel very comfortable knowing I was still going to hit the Los Angeles Kings over 3.5 when they were down 3-2 down 3-2 in the third period for some reason.
Yeah, well, you probably should have felt very confident too if you were watching the game and maybe you caught a live line on the LA Kings down 2-0. You probably could have made some good money.
Yeah, and then I agree. But how can you explain the record without Matthews in it? 45, 24, and 3.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
That's not a small sample size.
No, it's a big sample size. And it really starts. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I was doing the Habs game last night, and when the Leafs went up 2-0, my Leaf group chats, and I have about 3 of them, all were saying that Leafs are a better team without Matthews. It's like, this team plays way better without Matthews. Keep him out of the lineup. Nice. And I'm like, it's dumb because, you can't really.
They're not going to win over an 82-game season like that.
I was going to say, you can't envision success eliminating one of your best players out of your lineup. I think over a small stretch, you can find a way to get through it because, look, when top players go down, there's a feeling within the players in the room that it's like, okay, like we're missing one of our best players. Some guys get asked to do more, which makes them focus in a little more. And like guys have pride, man. They don't want a season to go to waste because you missed one player. So hockey, I think, is the best example where teams can still find success without some of their best players playing in the lineup in a short period of time. Over a long period, like we'll find out with the Florida Panthers, okay?
Yeah.
Florida Panthers, they're finding ways to win games. They're playing without 2 of their best players. They don't seem to have any panic.
Just beat up Logan Thompson.
If you have to ask the Florida Panthers, are you a better team without Tkachuk and Barkov or with them? What do you think they're going to say?
Exactly.
Right?
It's the same thing you get
with Matthews. Like you've doubled the amount of wins that you have with him, or you have without him in the lineup, which is a crazy stat.
Yeah, it's that same idea with a coach bump too, right? Like people get up for a small amount of games in times of perseverance, we'll say. And I think you told me, like, if you look at, let's say you play 100 NHL games in a season, we'll say 60 of those games you play at 100%. We'll say, it will make sense later.
That's even a big number.
No, but I have a number that's bigger than 100%, right? Okay. So 60 games at 100%, and then maybe 20% of those games at like 120%, and then 20% of those games at like 80%.
I think the only time you actually feel like you're playing at 100% is maybe within the first 5 games of the season.
Amazing.
That's it.
That's well said.
And maybe this year is different because there's an Olympic break in the middle of the season, and guys will go away and they'll take their mind and their body away from competitive sports for a couple of weeks, and maybe that'll be the time when guys start to feel good again. So maybe coming out of that break too, guys will feel 100%.
Except the guys who are playing in the
Olympics. Except the guys that are playing. Yeah. You never feel 100%. Never.
No. All right.
And that's the grind of committing yourself to be an athlete, a professional athlete. Is you've got to know that in order to compete at a high level, you've got to find a way to still be at your best or close to your best when you're not feeling 100%.
Yeah, but do athletes know the grind on the mind of 2-point parlays night in and night out? Right? Like let's give us better some
credit. Of them do.
yeah, apparently, yeah. And
some of them do.
And I'm still pissed about Stephen Voigt. And I don't know how a manager of the year can get manager of the year 2 years in a row, losing 6 more games than he did the year before, and having a betting scandal on his team. So I'm putting that into context. I'm still pissed. And I lost $1,000. I didn't win $1,000 because Cal Raleigh didn't get first place in the MVP voting. Pencil pushers, throw them out the window. I'm a pencil pusher.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, do people not like the idea of somebody new earning that award, or is it just the easy way out saying, give it to the same guy?
It's annoying.
And I get it with Ohtani because he's the runaway in the National League, but
For sure, easy.
How can you sit there and tell yourself that the season that Cal Raleigh had as a catcher wasn't MVP worthy?
Nuts.
The guy played the most games ever by a catcher in one season. And he hit the most home runs ever by a catcher. We'll never, ever see that again by a catcher.
Yeah. There we go from Detroit. Baseball is an all-time gatekeeper sport. Yes. Boo the Yankee. A lot of New York voters. In that.
They give it to the best hitter, not the most valuable player. I don't know.
Yeah.
Catcher hitting 60 home runs.
Like I'm sure there's some people who are absolutely gutted. I know another guy from Covers, Andrew Brennan, who has he had 100-1 on him, and not to win that, and then just to see like the MLB post, you're like, and that's how I was watching it. You see the MLB post, it's like, well, their Judge is back-to-back winner. You're like, go to hell.
Yeah.
All right. But
all right, let's get to some games. There's 4 games on the board. Let's get to some picks.
Always a new day with betting. You always turn the page in betting, right?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Nashville. -125 for Pittsburgh. Nashville. I think Nashville has last change in this first game. Over under sitting at 6.5. My line, to be honest with you, in a neutral setting, is Pittsburgh as a pick'em. I think Pittsburgh is a better team. I think Nashville's the Buffalo, the Western Conference, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, I mean, Calgary's worse than them right now. I know they won yesterday, but yeah, Nashville's in trouble.
Yeah. My line, like I said, -110, over under at 6.5 should be Solovs versus Saros in Sweden. If you're just betting Forsberg and Carlson to get a point in this game, sure, but I don't think you have an edge on that at all. That's just fun narrative betting at that point. I think we did it last year with who was the Detroit guy? Where were they, in Czechia last year?
In Detroit,
Lucas Raymond. No, they might have been in Sweden. I think Lucas.
Were they in Germany?
Were they? The 3 games. Remember they had the 3 teams and they played the round robin over there. I believe
that was the Leafs. There was the Leafs, Minnesota,
and Detroit.
But there was 4 teams there. Ottawa was the other team.
Was the other team. That was it. Yeah, and I think it was
in Sweden. That was in Sweden because it
was Sweden. Yeah, we're looking at the Lucas Raymond stuff. Pittsburgh 8-2 straight up last 10 games in this matchup. Nashville coming into this game 0-5 straight up in their last 5 power play goals and 6 power play goals allowed. Nashville is bad. Very bad. How bad are they, Josh? Well, they have 1 regulation win in their last 15 games. That is poo-poo bad. Pittsburgh started 7-2-1, and now they're 2-5 straight up since. But looking back at the history of the Global Series, favorites are 10-1 straight up in the last 11 games. And as I mentioned off the top, this is NHL regular size rink. Pittsburgh's been off since Sunday. Nashville had a game on Monday. Nashville power play 2. This is kind of something that's actionable. Nashville power play 2 is getting more time than power play 1. It's quite interesting. So we go Matthew Wood for a point with his line mate Michael Bunting for +325. We are back with a stack. PP2, but like I said, that PP1's playing more time. We're going to take Brady Shea for a point, +165. Josh is not getting aggressive with the assist from the D-man. He is power play 1, but he's going to play probably the most minutes on the Nashville side. And then how do I want to bet this Pittsburgh game to win? Let's go Pittsburgh money line, Crosby Russ point, +165, finding some value on that side. Getting back to this game on your point of view, we have Matthew Wood. I don't know if you've watched Matthew Wood, but our buddy Beckett Seneca is 2 points off the Calder lead for points. Schaefer had a goal last night. He takes a lead. Demidov 13. But Matthew Wood, most points per game of all the rookies at 0.91. If Nashville has to blow it up like we probably think they should, is everybody gone?
I think everybody that can move is going to be gone. Yeah.
No, that means they're stuck with Stamkos and Marchessault, though, right? No one's taking that.
Who knows? Who knows with being able to eat some of the salary, what teams are out there looking for, certain players that fit certain roles. I mean, I would imagine somebody would take a run at Stamkos for half the salary.
If you were a player in today's NHL team during the deadline, would Nashville be your worst? I know Buffalo's probably worse. Is Nashville got to be one of your worst destinations that you're going to? Like the GM calls you, the coach calls you and says, all right, Carlo, we appreciate your services, but you're heading to Nashville. What would your thoughts be?
I don't know. Like
City school.
I'm different. Like to me, when I played hockey, I don't care where I played. I just wanted to be in a good situation that would allow me to play a lot. And I think anybody that gets traded to Nashville, you're going to be offered that opportunity. And plus you're living in Nashville. Nashville's a great place to live outside of the hockey.
So better than Buffalo?
I mean, living wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Better than Buffalo. And look, I played in Buffalo for a year. I loved playing and living in Buffalo. I absolutely loved it. Like aside from our team not being a playoff team, I don't need palm trees and sunshine and beaches. Like I'm at the rink every day. Would I prefer that? Yeah. I mean, I was happy because I was close to home. I was happy because I lived in a nice house in a nice neighborhood. And I got to collect an NHL paycheck. Like to me, it didn't matter.
Attaboy.
Now, guys are picky in picking their own situation. I mean, if you can, absolutely, you're gonna choose the best of the best. But in a trade, I think the only thing you get upset about in a trade is like if you're a guy that's playing on a top team at the deadline and you're part of the piece that goes back to a team that's not in the playoffs and then is rebuilding, that kind of sucks. But if you're a young guy, you're like, okay, I'm part of a trade that an organization made for me to give me a better opportunity to play, to earn a better living. You get excited about that too. I remember back in it was my first or second year. It was the first year coming out. No, was it the first year coming out of the lockout or the year before the lockout? And the Maple Leafs acquired Brian Leetch. And I remember when there was all this talk about the Leafs being in on Brian Leetch, I was the big name associated with going back. And I'm like, I want to be with the Leafs. I want to stay with the Leafs and be part of them. And I remember when the news came out that they acquired Leetch, you're just trying to figure out the details of the deal. And when I heard I wasn't part of it, I was so relieved. But then as you reflect back in your career, you're like, maybe it would have been a good thing for me to be part of that trade because maybe my career would have been different. I would have been in the NHL earlier instead of waiting as long as I did to be a full-time NHLer. So there's good and bad ways to look at it.
Nashville's still a bad team, though. But I appreciate
you. No kidding. No doubt. But I would accept playing in Nashville.
Yep. All right. Friday, first period, all games over 1.5 goals from Cheeseburger Eddie in the chat. I don't mind that. Friday. Now, responsible gambling is important, but at the end of the day, a lot of this is recreational for some of us and entertainment. If you're looking to take shots, which I do from time to time, Friday is the day. You get your 4-game slates, perfect for round robins, and it keeps you from doing it on other days. Don't do it on Monday. Don't do it on Tuesday. Don't let it roll over. If you're going to have a cheat day in betting, make it Friday. Saturdays are busy, long thing, but the Friday one is perfect.
That's I think too Friday there's less to look at too.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Mean, like Saturday, there's so much going. There's college football. There's maybe the odd NFL game. There's NBA. There's MLS. There's NHL. Like depending on whatever it is you want. I mean, hey, hold on a second. Saturday mornings are your favorite.
Not they haven't been. They've been taking money out of my account.
Really?
Yeah, it hasn't been.
Which league soccer has it been?
It's Bundesliga, but yeah.
But wait, you used to bet on what? Turkish soccer?
And then found out they were rigging the games.
Did you hear that? The report that came out the other day?
Yes, like 1,000 players, like legit
Unbelievable.
tier 1 teams. Sometimes I'll find myself like it's all the time. I want to find it. Why do I like afternoon hockey? Because I got nothing to do and I need some sweats. There you go, landscaper Bob. Hey, full rack. Let's go. Great advice. I appreciate it. Had a big one. All right, Forsberg, Carlson, infamous boys going on the Swedes. I see it, but keep your eyes on Matthew Wood in that Calder race because Nashville's going to give him some run. I wouldn't be surprised if he wouldn't be up at the top line, but right now that second line with Bunting is running hot. Vancouver, Carolina minus 270 over under at 6.5. I have this line a little shorter. Carolina minus 260, but it pretty much bang on. Over under at 6 though. Let's go Carolina money line. Aho Jarvis point plus 125. Vancouver opening a 3-game road trip that goes Carolina, Tampa Bay, Florida. So that's a tough spot. What's even making this more difficult, Carlo, is it's in 4 days. So they got to play those 3 juggernauts in 4 days coming from the West Coast without Thatcher Demko. How much of a grind is that?
Well, hey, they need Lankinen to be the guy that he was last year that earned the contract, right? Because if he's not, it's going to be difficult.
I know.
They're already thin. So
making it worse for them, Carolina coming off a loss at home.
Who they lose to at home?
Washington, 4-1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Tuesday night they did win.
Dating back to last year, they are 9-1 at home coming off a loss. Only lost back-to-back games at home once.
Right.
Over the last 2 years. They just don't do it.
It's a tough spot. Tough spot for Vancouver.
Yep. Vancouver's 9-1 to the over in their last 10 games, including 7 straight. 1 regulation win in their last 12. Ugh. Another bad team. Blank and Stakehoven were praised from Brindamore in their 4-1 loss for keeping it close. And the question I have at the end kind of is that same spot where we talk about teams, East Coast teams coming back from the West Coast road trip. Do West Coast teams coming out to the East Coast to start a road trip, does that have less impact than the other way?
I think so. Because, look, I've never lived on a West Coast.
You haven't been a West Coast guy, yeah.
I don't know how that feels, but I know coming home from West Coast road trips, how my body feels. I mean, you'd have to think so. Your body clock is still out of whack a little bit, right? No matter where you go. But I only know from West Coast to East Coast.
Canes team total over 3.5 is a good look from Jonathan Davis. I'd probably try to find a way to beef that up, add maybe a Jarvis point to maybe get that to like even money. Aho, I think the Aho point prop at Bet99 right now is at 0.5. So an easy add there, but I think the Canes can certainly score 4. And I just think Vancouver's just not a deep lineup, right? They still have Kiefer Sherwood and Lucas Reichel and Evander Kane taking up 50% of their top 6. It's not a good team.
No.
This game I like.
Is Hughes playing?
Yes, Hughes is back.
Okay.
I don't think he got banged up again, did he?
I think he left last game.
Did he?
Well, the game, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'd have to confirm that, but I don't know.
No, I thought it was just the old thing that I saw. I saw that he was injured. I just thought they hadn't taken it down because sometimes they're slow. Philly, St. Louis. This is a game that has some plus money plays. Let's go. St. Louis minus 140, home favorite, over under sitting at 5.5. Uncle Josh's lines. Philly plus 105 and minus 125 with the over under at 6. So I do lean Philadelphia money line here. Likely Vladar, who has allowed 2 or fewer goals in 8 of 10 games. I know someone was talking about him in the chat when we were talking about great goalies this year. The Blues have points in 3 straight, 2-0-1, while Philly has points in 4 straight. They're 2-0-2. But there are some issues. The St. Louis power play is the St. Louis penalty kill is booty cheeks. I think they're bottom 3 in the league right now.
Yeah, I think I saw that yesterday too.
And their power play, the St. Louis power play split up right now, 65-35%, where the Philadelphia one, we're getting that same Nashville treatment where the Cates, Brink, Forrester, Zegras, and I believe it is Jamie Drysdale, that power play got 58% of the time last game versus Edmonton in that 2-1 loss. So this might be the power play one being priced as power play two. And that's why we're going back to Drysdale for a power play point. He hit the crossbar the other game, but we did get the Cam York one. But Drysdale and this Kate Brink-Forrester line, which we're back to, I haven't got 475 on a line stack that correlates maybe PP1 in a dog's age. So we go Kate's Brink Forrester plus 475. That line also played the most 5-on-5 minutes in that Edmonton game. It's a trusted line, especially with the lead, because the other lines have guys like Michkov on it, who's scoring well, but he's not getting thrown over. Tocchet's not throwing him over the boards in a game where they have the lead.
Right.
Looking at the St. Louis lines, Holloway, Kyrou plus 185, but they had the lowest 5-on-5 time on ice last game. Thomas Snuggerud, Buchnevich is plus 230. I don't love it. If you had to pick on side on the money line, especially with Philly at plus 120, are you not liking Philly here that's playing? They might not be winning a ton of games by multiple goals, but they're playing competitive hockey, no?
They are, and look, I mean, it's still early in the season, and I always think that if you can't be on one side with confidence, your best bet is to take the underdog.
What was the one we said yesterday? I'm like, are you going to bet? Oh yeah, was it Utah? Are you betting Utah at minus 180? You're like, hell no. That means
no, it wasn't Utah. I think it was. Oh, I remember having this comment. Hang on, I'm going to pull it up right now. It was
Utah didn't even play yesterday, by the way. Good job.
No, it wasn't Utah. Oh, it was Florida. No, or was it Florida or Edmonton?
No, it wasn't Florida. And it wasn't
Edmonton. Or what? No. It was Calgary minus 160.
Yeah. Are you running out to bet Calgary at minus 190? And they dominated that game.
Yeah, they did.
Hall L says, why not York power play point again? Because it's not listed at Bet99 right now. So I'll wait to see. Maybe it will come up. And some of these guys point prop come up. We saw what's-his-face who was on the power play for Vegas who didn't point, but everybody bet him yesterday, who came up, was power play one, played on the second line with Dorofeyev and Thomas Hertl. Forget his name. I can't remember 8,000 names. But
Olofsson?
No. It was a brand new guy.
With Vegas?
Yeah. Vegas sucks. Vegas sucks too.
Know.
They are bad. They give up a shorthanded goal in overtime to lose. That's brutal.
Was that goal shorthanded?
That's what I read. I didn't see it when it came up, but I think it was 4-on-3.
Braden Bowman is the guy you're talking about.
Yes.
Let me see if that goal is shorthanded.
First goal, the first team to score might be under at Bet99. It's under next team to score. That's where I get the Islanders one. But I like Philly in this game. I think I'm going to stack that line. I am stacking that line, but I might hit some Philly money line later today. Islanders, Utah. I like to price these games before I put down the price. Utah minus 205, over under sitting at 6.5. Yes, the Islanders played yesterday, but my line was a lot closer to like plus 135. I think neutral, no rest, even keel game. The Islanders are a favorite here. I think Utah's overvalued. New York won its third straight game last night. I think it was Pajot with the winner. The Islanders 7-game road trip, 3-0 start. Have you ever been on a 7-game road trip that takes you pretty much across the country? Started 3-0. Like, how high are the vibes? Like, you talk about getting out on a road trip and how that develops a team, right? Sometimes the Leafs just need to get out on the road. I hear you say that often.
Yeah.
So when you finally go out on what's got to be the biggest road trip for the Islanders this year, and you start 3-0, how's that carry over?
Well, it's got to provide a huge boost for the team, because when you look at the schedule, these coaches do this. I don't know how much players do it. Before the season starts, you always look at the schedule and you're trying to map out your in-season program. You always look at where your season could have a defining moment. And when you're on a 7-game road trip, that's either going to derail your season or it's going to define your season. And so for the Islanders, look, a team that didn't come in with many expectations, they had the first overall pick last year. They get Schaefer. They're they're catching a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah.
And they're managing really well. And if you get out of this road trip above 500 or better, you're setting yourself up for a pretty good position to tell yourself that, hey, maybe with a move here or there, we could be a playoff team.
I don't like Utah. I don't like. They had a great spot to just absolutely.
Well, they're the feel-good story, right? They're the feel-good story of the NHL this year.
But they're coming back down to earth.
They've been really like this line is dictated strictly on schedule spot. I'm fully convinced that it's strictly on schedule spot. Just trying to hold on. I'm trying to find.
Okay, so it's like back to back, maybe 30 to 40 points.
So this is a back-to-back game.
Yes.
And it's Utah at home where they're 5-1.
Okay.
So
they've given up the first goal in 3 of those 6 games.
Okay. But again,
6 of their 10 games have been comeback wins. Like they're playing with fire.
Absolutely they are. But again, it's the schedule makers or the odds makers looking at the schedule here saying,
oh yeah, it's a schedule.
He was in Vegas last night, went to overtime, playing Utah, who's been sitting waiting for them, a good home team. Maybe a New York team that is exceeding expectations. Utah heavily favored.
Yeah, heavily favored. But I'll take Islanders first goal plus 115. And email Heineman plus 175. They finally find him on the board. I have not bet this guy. Will Brander in the house. Mammoth need a logo on their jersey. Do they not have?
Yes. Well, they have a logo, but they also still use the Utah. I think, as a third jersey.
Weak sauce. But Heineman plus 175 is, and I don't throw this term around. This is a strong play for me on this spot. He's playing on the top line, and he's pointed in 10 of his last 15 games, and you're getting 175. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking, what can I get for an assist here? That's probably 295 in that spot too. And then you're like thinking, okay, maybe I'll take Peterka for an assist on the one side and Heineman for an assist on this side. And all of a sudden, I got probably another plus 800 double assist play, and they'll probably both score goals tonight.
Yeah, probably.
I'll take the assist. I'll take the assist parlay. You take the goal, and we'll see how it is.
Yeah, and we'll go 1-1. And both lose because it's a parlay.
Yeah, because we stink. Yeah. That's it. Friday. And then we won't see each other till Wednesday, and we'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby Newport hit the Heineman point last night. Good for you. But that's what I like the Heineman point plus 175. It will probably replace my idea of hitting the Islanders on the money line at plus 170. But hey, a big day today. Don't now I'm telling you guys this because I'm going to do it. Don't overdo it on the Pittsburgh Nashville game just because it's on at 2:00. But I will.
You will for sure.
I will. And it's Friday.
Well,
and
I hope if you do, you hit a couple home runs. It'll set you up.
I am. Yeah, thanks. A real home run. Thank you. I will be playing my shot today will be a 2-point parlay, and the 2-point guys that I'll be having in that will be Matthew Wood and Michael Bunting, sadly, in that first game. And I think I can get 30 or like 30 to 1 on 2 to 1 on 2-point parlay with those guys. And I got to find out who else. Then probably Cates and Brink, and then Heineman and sadly Palmieri. And then in the other game, I don't know, but who knows? Don't overdo it like I do. I definitely do things because I do them, and I know how that's it. Hit that like button on your way. It's been an up and down week. It's roller coaster. It's NHL betting, and we play plus money everything here, which is I think the only way to bet hockey. But you have yourself a great weekend, pumpers in the chat. Thanks for being gems. Thanks for dropping all the knowledge in the chat. Josh Inglis, Carlo Colaiacovo, Puck Props presented by Bet99. If you haven't, go up, sign there. Covers NHL is your code. We'll see you back here Wednesday, and keep an eye for my boosted parlay. We got to get one of those. We're one for something. We need some money. Let's go.
Ciao.
Scatman. Yo, do, do, do. Skimmy, dimmy, ding, yo, do, do, do. Yo.